Good morning from the Smokies. It's Ryan.
And Brie.
On today's adventure, we're going to go for a drive over to Asheville, North Carolina to go visit Biltmore. We'll actually be staying overnight. We'll give you a look at where we're staying on Biltmore, which is an absolutely beautiful property.
We'll also take some time to go through the house, walk through the village, get something to eat, and of course, shopping. Shopping.
Okay, I guess we're going to do some shopping. So we invite you to come along with us out to Asheville, North Carolina to go explore Biltmore Estate in the fall on a fun little anniversary trip. Thank you, Grandma, for watching the kids. It's only about an hour and a half drive, give or take, from where we live here in the Smokies. So let's get on the road and get over to Asheville. Without further ado, let the adventure begin. It's actually a beautiful day as we drive on Interstate 40 heading to Asheville. We can see the mountains off the distance, just a little bit of color. I'm not sure if we'll see too many fall colors yet here at the beginning of October. We're passing by the exit for the Foothills Parkway to get over to Gatlinburg. GPS says that we're 1 hour and 13 minutes away from arriving at Biltmore. I'm curious to see what the road is like up ahead that saw some damage just over a year ago from Hurricane Helene that they've been working on ever since. I think we're coming up to one of the hardest hit areas of this section of road based on some of the photos I remember seeing. But hopefully they'll be able to continue to make some progress and get this back to 2 lanes in each direction in the future. But so far, so good. We're moving along and nice, peaceful drive through the mountains here off to Biltmore. So we are now officially in North Carolina, and we're going to drive along here just a little bit more. It looks like about an hour, and we should be in Asheville very soon. The GPS took us on a different route than we normally take. You can see the entrance to Biltmore on the right. We're going to go in just a moment. I just want to show you what is available out here just outside in the Biltmore Village. The Hardee's is open over here on the left. A lot of this was underwater, so more and more things are opening up.
Even though they're still doing a lot of fixing up of the area, there's still so much available and open to come and see here in Asheville, and one of those things is the Biltmore Estate.
So we're so thankful to have season passes. We're gonna head through this little gate right here, and I'll show you where you can get tickets or get passes just up here on the left. But we always just love driving out here. So peaceful, such a beautiful property. So excited to spend a couple days. Thanks again, Grandma. And just have some downtime. So you can see as we go under this welcome to Biltmore sign, I could take an immediate left to go get tickets or get season passes or anything like that. Again, we have passes, or you can get tickets online in advance to just save you the time to go up there, and you can come up to see the guard booth and they'll scan your passes or tickets.
Hello.
How are you? We were debating whether to get checked in our hotel or head to the house. I think we're gonna head to the house first.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right, so we're gonna follow the signs, take an immediate left to head towards Biltmore House and Gardens.
So even as pass holders, we do have to pick a time to go in the house, and we're pretty close to it, so I think that's a good idea, right?
So we're looking for a parking spot, and we're just gonna walk to the house. They do have a shuttle that you can use. We're gonna try out Park and Walk Lot B. But now that we've parked, we took a quick walk over to the house. We're gonna go inside, give you a few highlights of the house. I'm not gonna try to show you every little thing about it, but just help you better understand what it's like to walk through it. But before we do, I wanted to show you what they're working on that's coming in 2026. As you can see, a new building over here to the right, and there is another one over to the left. That is part of what they're working on and is coming in spring of 2026, which is called the Lumineer. It's an all-new outdoor evening experience coming in spring of 2026. As day turns to dusk, sunset transforms the mountain views into unforgettable evenings filled with inspiring stories and stunning landscapes. So they'll have some really neat projections over in the gardens, which we'll work our way over to, and onto the house from these 2 towers. And it sounds like they might have some other projectors a little bit closer to the house. So I was already excited to come to Christmas at Biltmore. Now I'm excited that we have season passes so we can come again in the spring. We'll try to come over here when that does kick off and show you what the show is like and explore Biltmore in the spring.
Even though we have annual passes now, we still had to go online and reserve a time for the house. And they sent us the email that has our tickets for the house. It was very easy. We can reserve a time every single day.
And just a quick history of this house. Construction began in 1889. It was completed in 1895 when he officially opened it to family and friends on Christmas Eve. We were last here in the spring and the weather is even nicer, not as hot as it was. So we're excited to go inside the house and explore Biltmore Estate with you guys. We just got to come over here to go through security real quick. As we made it through security, you can see an advertisement for Lumineer, and they're advertising that you can upgrade today's ticket to an annual pass. But before we go in the house, we're actually going to stop in the restrooms, which are just over here to the right. So we're going in at about 2:30 here on October 1st. Not too busy on the beginning part of the month. So there's a few highlights of Biltmore House. I think I heard that the shops might be closing in like 15 minutes. So Bree said, can we go shop?
I said, can we go speed shop?
So we're gonna go see what we can find.
All right.
Let's go. Which I'll point out, this is the advantage of having an annual pass is we don't feel like we have to do everything in one day. We are able to actually come back and shop tomorrow. So Bree has elected to come over here to the Carriage House shop, which has lots of different fall decorations and some different fall products.
This shirt's really cute. Look
It
at
is.
that. Ooh, dark chocolate sea salt caramels.
We got these Hello Autumn cups with Biltmore on them. So lots of fun fall things out right now. Some pumpkin butter. They've got lots of other items out over here. Some soaps and some other home goods, candles. Again, we are in fall right now, but Christmas is right around the corner. So lots of Christmas stuff in here. In fact, they have a store dedicated to Christmas items. I don't think I've ever seen this store this empty. We're here towards the end of the day. Like I said, they're going to close in about 10 minutes. So we're doing some last minute shopping. We found another fall shirt that she likes a lot.
They're very soft.
That's an important thing when I'm shopping for shirts. It has to be soft, I've learned through the years. As I've given her some shirts that are not that soft. She's very graciously taken them, but I've learned she really appreciates the ones that are extra soft. We have the bookstore open over here. We're gonna head into the confectionery. We found the fall section of treats. What's that?
This is a Rice Krispie treat. Looks like a piece of pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, one of my favorite to have on Thanksgiving.
And an actual whole pumpkin pie on a stick.
Okay, never had it. Sign me up, sounds good.
Looks good. And oh, pumpkin spice waffle mix.
Ooh. Lots of good fall flavors and the confectionery here. But the view off the back is absolutely incredible. The weather feels great. We got a nice little breeze. I'm here with my Brie. So we're just gonna go out here and relax a little bit and then maybe stop by the garden and eventually get checked in our room and find some dinner.
Yes.
So we've made it back to the car. We're driving in front of Biltmore House, working our way over to the gardens. Not sure if we're gonna stop or we might just drive on to where we're staying tonight. Let's go through this archway and drive past the garden.
There's some beautiful flowers in the garden right now.
Indeed there is. We can actually come down here and park and walk around this section if we want to. Maybe tomorrow we'll come back. I'm thinking we're gonna try to go get checked in as we go across this bridge. Back here, I know they filmed one of the scenes for The Last of the Mohicans. Can't remember the scene or exactly where it was, along with some other movies, even Forrest Gump. Has a very short scene when he's running. But in addition to touring Biltmore House, they have all sorts of things you can do on the property, from hiking to fishing to biking and different activities that you can enjoy when the weather is nice, as it is getting nicer later into the fall here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at all these sunflowers to the right. These are beautiful.
I feel like we need to hop out and take a picture in the middle of them, kind of.
As I was mentioning, you can do some biking, as many people are, right alongside this field of beautiful sunflowers. So we didn't bring our bikes on this trip, but that is something we could do in the future. So we could go straight to get to Deer Park and their Tutankhamun exhibit that will be here for the remainder of the year. We're taking a left to get over to the inn on Biltmore Estate. We've arrived to Antler Hill Village and Winery. Got a bunch of shops and a winery, obviously, that you can come do some wine samples and do a tour of their winery, which we've done before. Really neat to come and do, but we're gonna try to go get checked in first. We have stayed at the Village Hotel. It is a very nice little place. You're right there in the heart of the village. We've really enjoyed that, but we've actually never stayed at the inn, which we're really excited to come up here and get checked in for. We have made it to the inn on Biltmore Estate. Got a bunch of pumpkins out front, and we've got some turkey that just crossed the road. As I mentioned before, just love this property. It's very relaxing. We have parked and made it up to the front of the inn. Brie, are you excited?
I am so excited. We've never stayed here before. It's so fancy and fun. I'm really excited.
So we actually have been here before to eat at one of their restaurants here on site. We did get our room keys. We're all checked in. I just want to show you, we're here on the corner. You can enjoy some local Honeycrisp apples, and they have some water over here in the lobby. I see some shops that we can come to later. The Marble Lion and the cottage door, which looks like it has some treats in here, Brie. Some of the similar stuff we just saw at the confectionery. Look like they also have in here. All right, you ready to lead us to our room?
I'm ready.
You know where we're going. I have no clue. I'm following you.
All right, let's go.
She said we have a mountain view, so I'm excited to see what that's like. We're up on the 6th floor. I'm following you. I have no clue where we're going.
5th floor, but yes.
5th floor? Oh,
Yes.
I thought it said 6. It's hard to see through this little tiny viewer.
Left.
Left? Okay.
Yes.
Let's go left.
Wow.
Is it nice?
It's nice.
Oh, look at this view. Wow. A nice, luxurious king bed. And nice mountain view. Look at this, Brie. This is our view
Wow.
for the next 2 nights.
This is beautiful.
This is awesome.
You can see the house.
Oh yeah, you can. The top of it off in the distance right here as we're up on the 5th floor. And over here to the left is the pool. Just wanted to give you a quick look at what a room is like.
We got a nice big giant shower, dual vanity, and of course, the toilet. There's a quick look at our room. We're gonna settle in and we'll see you guys in a bit.
So now that we've settled in our room, we're going for a walk down to the Antler Hill Village to get some dinner. There are actually 2 different paths to get down to the village. We're taking the little bit more steep one that will drop us off closer to Cedric's, which is where I think we're gonna have dinner. So from the walking path, we've made it down to the Antler Hill Barn. They have some blacksmith demos, woodworker demos, and different crafts back here. So we have made it over to Cedric's Tavern. They're open until 8. We don't have a reservation. However, I don't think they're too busy today. So it's actually Wednesday. They're not open for dinner on Wednesday, only Friday through Monday. So we're gonna have to figure out a plan B for dinner. Wherever we get dinner, we can always come over to the creamery. We've had the ice cream here, which is excellent. There's 2 other restaurants we're thinking of, which would be the Village Bistro or the Village Social, just past the winery. It does look like the bistro is open. We haven't been here. We've typically done the Village Social, so let's go try this place out that is open for dinner. Here is a look at the inside of the restaurant. So we just finished up our dinner at the bistro. It was absolutely fantastic. What do we have, Brie?
We had the arancini for our appetizer. We had the French onion soup, the filet, and the mocha cake.
So we are officially full. We're gonna walk back up to the inn, maybe go for a little swim. So we're putting the camera away for tonight, but we'll see you tomorrow. We still don't know what we're doing, but we're excited to just kind of take the day nice and slow, relax, and we'll figure out a game plan, and we'll see you in just a bit. So it's the next day. We had a fantastic time at the pool after dinner. We just relaxed. In fact, we were the only ones in the pool for quite some time. Somebody else eventually came out, but it was just so peaceful and quiet. The weather was fantastic. Got a good night's rest in our room. Came down to the dining room. Brie, what did you have for breakfast?
Well, I had their wonderful breakfast buffet. They had make your own omelets, a whole slew of pastries, and wonderful food.
And the number one question during breakfast this morning was, what do you want to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do today? Because the options are wide open. We have on the agenda, number one, though, to just relax. And that's what I like about being here is there are a number of things we can do to just slow down, relax, unwind. We were looking at the different spa treatments that we could get at the inn on Biltmore Place. And then we also decided ultimately to do what tonight?
We are going to a class. We're going to learn all about wine and chocolate and why they go well together. I'm really excited.
So we've got some time before our class kicks off later in the day. We figured we'd come over here to the barn, check out some of the animals. Maybe we'll find some people working on some different crafts. So we always seem to miss them. We come here and they close down for the day. So we figured this would be a perfect time to come over here, walk around with you and see what we can find here at the Antler Village farmyard and barn. So we made it over to the farmyard. Like I said, we always seem to miss it. It opens up at 11 and closes down at 5. Brie, can come see their 8-week-old piglets, Charlotte and Veronica.
I'm excited for that.
All right, we'll have to go see if we can find them.
Baby animals are the best.
They've got the farmyard coloring stall. Got a bunch of different coloring sheets that the kids can come in here and do some coloring and learn about different types of animals.
They are much bigger than I thought they would be.
They're bigger than everybody thinks because this is our breed, the Berkshires. So these are 2 girls. They'll weigh 400 and 600 pounds when they're fully grown.
Ooh.
How much do they weigh now?
Probably about 85, 90, maybe 100. They put on weight every single day. So we have several hundred of these over on the west side. We have 4,000 acres across the river. We have several hundred of these, and they provide the barbecue, the bacon, the pork, anything like that at our restaurants.
Can you pet them?
Yeah, they love it. Just try to stay away from the mouth, but you can pet her on her back. She loves it. She loves attention.
So those pigs are a little bit bigger than I thought they would be when I saw 8 weeks on the sign. But again, this is another great thing you can do if you come over. Not just go through the house, but you can bring kids, grandkids, or just as a couple, as we are doing, walk around and see all the different animals here at the farmyard. It looks like these goats are enjoying their lunch right now. Right next to the farmyard, they do have a playground that you can also bring the kids or grandkids to. As we just heard, one of the kids who got off a bus ran to the playground screaming, "This is the best field trip ever!" We're gonna check out the Antler Hill barn that we walked by last night. Now that it's open, and see what we can find over here. So they're actually making some yarn out of sheep's wool. And over here, you can actually see a barn loom from 1850 and some different creative things that have been made through the years. Blacksmith, I don't see anybody working right now, but you can sometimes see them creating all sorts of interesting things back here, and lots of education about different plants and how life used to be back in the day. As you walk along, you'll be able to see different farm equipment that you can learn all about, and some different old photos from Biltmore Estate through the years. We've got some restrooms tucked away back here and some seats. You can come sit and watch a movie about the history of Biltmore Estate as well. So we actually have another reservation for the house. We're gonna go into the house for a little bit and just have a nice walk through it. Maybe work our way over the gardens before we go to the wine class. We just finished up walking through the house. I actually really enjoyed it. We just took our time. They had the back patio open. We sat out on some chairs, just relaxed and enjoyed the amazing views off the back of the patio on this beautiful day. The weather is absolutely fantastic. I also really enjoyed just hearing the history of the home, such as the music room, how Edith welcomed in 80 different pieces of art back in 1942 as the war is going on. So just little things like that that you learn about and hear about. And again, every time we've come in the house, I feel like I always learn something new or see something different that I've never seen before. What about you, Brie?
Yeah, I love hearing the story of the art being preserved and kept safe during the war. And I was saying to Ryan earlier, I wish that they would fill the pool so we could see what it looks like full. And they actually talked about that on the tour. The last time it was filled was in the 1950s, and it's unlikely that it will ever be filled again.
Because they explained that the lower basement also got filled with water. So they said, I think that's it. We're not going to try to fill this thing ever again. But we have our wine and chocolate tasting coming up. I think I need to find some more substantial food before I try some different wines. So we're going to go find a snack, maybe do some shopping, and see what else we can find until then. So we've worked over to the Antler Hill Village. We're going to get a snack at the creamery before we go do our wine and chocolate tasting. We ended up ordering this turkey and Brie sandwich and a chocolate chip cookie, which is really good. But we're gonna share this before we head over to our wine and chocolate tasting. So our sandwich was fantastic. I have our tickets for our red wine and chocolate. So we're gonna head over to the winery entrance and go get checked in. So what we're doing is a little more extensive with wine and chocolate, but you can still come here, even if you're not doing the full experience that we're doing, to sample some wines and shop in the store. You can see they have some complimentary tastings over here to the right. We're getting checked in, I think over here to the left. So we are checked in, and Tim is gonna be our tour guide. Thank you, Tim.
The historic part of the building that we're going to be visiting, the clock tower, was opened in 1902, designed by the son of the architect who designed the house. It was built as the Biltmore Dairy. It was the dream of George Vanderbilt to have industry on the estate that would continue to support the house and its maintenance into the future. Settled on a dairy, and at our peak we had a herd of 1,000 brown Jersey cattle. The dairy clipped along very successfully. It survived World War I, the Great Depression, World War II, all the way through the 60s when something else happened that kind of turned the world on its ear. The Beatles. No, that's another story. It wasn't the Beatles. It was the surge of convenience stores, supermarkets, refrigerated transportation. Two family households didn't need home delivered milk anymore. His grandson and heir to the estate, Bill Cecil, negotiated the sale of the dairy assets to Cat Milk. We got out of the dairy business and then pondered what to do with this big complex back behind us. Ultimately, he decided a winery was the way to go. Bill was a world traveler. He loved France, came back from those trips and said, much like France, we have a beautiful chateau, a river running through here, and we just don't have a vineyard. So we planted a vineyard on the south slope behind the house, nurtured that vineyard to maturity, made the first bottle of wine. We chronicle that in our timeline as the crush of horror. He said, we've made a beautiful bottle of wine, just don't drink it. Not to be deterred, he went back to France and found a sixth-generation winemaker, Philippe Jardin, he brought here. Philippe became our first winemaker. He oversaw planting of a new vineyard across the river, 125 acres, that now we planted with Cabernet Sauvignon, Cab Franc, Merlot, and Chardonnay. Nurtured that vineyard to maturity and released our first bottle of wine in 1985, 40 years ago this year. It was deemed pretty darn good, so we opened to the public. That winter, though, North Carolina had its 3 coldest nights in history to date, and it killed the entire vineyard.
Wow.
Immediately, we started sourcing fruit from the West Coast, where that turned out to be a great decision because today we make almost 2 million bottles a year.
Wow.
And there's no way our little 125 acres can support that. So we get about 95% of our fruit from out of state, and we'll talk more about that later. Okay, ready to take a little walk?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Tim is just explaining that the wine tasting bar is to the right, and the shop we were just in is to the left, as we work back to get some chocolate.
Yay!
The big building here, which is behind you, that was a granary and cattle feed area that today houses red wine fermentation. Middle building is for champagne bottling. We're going to take a closer look at that. Photograph of the vineyards. Because the basis of this method of making champagne, the so-called traditional method, requires a secondary fermentation in the bottle. It gets put into a riddling rack, which are these large wooden racks with the holes in them. And a guy actually called the riddler would come in. Our first batch of Cabernet grapes came in yesterday. The crush dock is behind the brown doors up top. They come in containers. A forklift dumps the container into a machine that removes the stems. Then it goes through a clarifying process on the barrel for aging.
Okay.
Now you're winemakers. It's just that easy.
Yeah.
That's our Sonoma County Pinot Noir. Move it quickly to your face. Stick your nose in there like you're a woodpecker. Big old sniff. You smell a fruit there that's familiar. A little sweet on the tip of your tongue. Very sharp in the middle of your palate. And right about now, you're feeling those tannins coming up your throat.
So we just finished up our chocolate and wine tasting. Did you have fun?
I had a great time and I learned so much. I'm so excited to go buy a bunch of chocolate so that I can have chocolate every time I drink wine.
And then they gave us this gift.
Let's see what we got.
Left.
Oh,
Which again, this particular experience, the standard price is about $75. Sometimes they run specials, or again, we got a discount as a pass holder. So what did we get?
we got a bottle wine opener
Nice.
and
Two, technically, because they
Two.
gave me a bag.
yes, one for every paying person. And I'm pretty sure this is a wine glass.
Nice little Biltmore glass. So we can each have one when we go back home to Tennessee.
Yes.
So again, we got to sample some different wines. If we want to come over and purchase a bottle of anything we liked in particular, we can do that. But the store closed early yesterday, so we're gonna go look at some of the different home goods and items we can shop for. After we finished up our wine tasting, we went and did some shopping and got some things for grandma and the kids and a bottle of wine or two to bring home so we can enjoy as we have nice weather like it is right now back in our front porch in Tennessee. It reminded us that we can just slow down, share a glass of wine out on our front porch as we have some amazing views at home. We decided to come over to the creamery. I like that turkey and Brie so much that we shared. I decided to get my own. Brie spotted something she's gonna order on the room service.
Yes.
It's not every day we get room service. We have teenagers, we might holler, hey, can you bring me the whatever? It might happen. So, but we have a guaranteed way to request food that will be delivered. When I ordered my sandwich to go to bring back to the room, I noticed they had this brown cow on the menu, which is what again?
It's a Coke float with chocolate syrup around the outside of the cup and whipped cream on top.
You want to give it a try?
I do.
Okay. It's like overflowing here.
Oh, that's delicious.
Okay.
That doesn't sound very positive. I actually really like the brown cow because I enjoy a Coke float, but what do you think?
I think we'll share this as we head back to the room. I'm definitely going to enjoy the turkey and Brie, enjoy spending time with Brie. She's going to order some room service. So we'll see you sometime tomorrow. We're just going to go relax and chill, maybe watch some football, just a little bit,
We can do that.
just a little bit. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. So it's the next morning. We were able to enjoy room service here at the inn on Biltmore, which was really nice. Woke up this morning, went downstairs to the dining room and had their breakfast buffet. It's $35. It includes juice, coffee, and it has a great selection of items. In fact, I think it might be one of our favorite dining experiences on property. And again, it's something you can do whether you're staying here or not.
We've really enjoyed being here for the fall and using our pass holder discount on dining, shopping, and it's available for lodging. We're looking forward to coming back at Christmas time as well.
And their new Lumineer projection show that we're excited to come back and show you what that's like this spring. But a big thanks to Biltmore for hosting us here at the inn on Biltmore and for Grandma watching the kids. But let us know, have you been to Biltmore? Are you planning a trip to Biltmore? What's your favorite part? What was your favorite part of this entire 2-day getaway?
It's hard to pick just one thing. I really enjoyed the wine and chocolate tasting. I love just walking through the house, listening to the history again. It seems like I learn something new every time we go in the house. And just being on the grounds in fall, it's beautiful weather. It's a great time to be here. What was your favorite part, Ryan?
The turkey and Brie, being with my Brie. The chocolate was good at that chocolate and wine tasting. And like you, I just like hearing about the history of the home. I actually haven't listened to the audio guide in quite some time because the last time we've been through, I'm just kind of getting some video to show you guys. So it was nice to just slow down, go through a second time and just listen to everything. So we'll put a link to what Christmas at Biltmore is like. If you're planning a trip, you can check out that video. But hopefully this video has been helpful or enjoyable. If it has been, simply hit that like button before you leave. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you on the next adventure.